Alright. 1 to 6, 1 to 6, 1 to 6, 1 to 6. You guys ready? Let's fucking go! Pow! Number 1. Boom, Renelle. So, fair use disclaimer. I love that these, like, drama channels all put this, like, stupid ass fair use thing on. So she's just saying Happy Wednesday. So this video is from 5 days ago, right? And this says, so if you want to know, because, you know, I'm a completionist, I guess. Becky, meaning nonsense. So this is nonsense on the web, or nonsense. Nonsense is a creator who talks about, like, drama stuff, but also talks about, like, culty stuff, and also talks about, like, politics and that in how they relate and such things. I guess she had been in contact with Katie Joy at some point for some reason, but so what? All of us have been in contact. I think probably I'm actually one of the only people that didn't have actually direct messaging with Katie Joy at this point. You know what I mean? Alright. Her name is Becky, and Renelle doesn't like to use people's preferred names online and decides to call her Becky the whole time instead. But, you know, whatever. Becky does not agree with people associating with other people and including her in conspiracies, yet it is absolutely a-okay for her to do it to others. Rules for thee, but not for me. She is jealous of Steve because of her own delusions, and that he is this cult leader and is pulling these strings that allow these beautiful women to just obey him. You're just saying, good to see you. Because it seems as though she is trying mighty hard to build a following, but from what I have seen, she cannot get anyone to be loyal to her. Just a few thoughts. Yeah, do you want to try to unpack just the description? This was from December 6th. I would love to know what kind of following Steve currently has compared to the following Steve used to have. If I have done my research correctly, nonsense also existed for a long time on Facebook, and is relatively new to YouTube comparatively. Why would you entertain being jealous of Steve? Man, I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, I can see. I should have wiped my glasses hours ago. So she's calling her delusional and jealous. We did recently, by the way, do a video about cults and, like, what is a cult and defines a cult and what makes a cult. So, I mean, I would definitely, with Chris Shelton and Landon and Manya, if you are interested and see, you're more than welcome to take that video and see where it applies. Does it apply to Steve and his shenaniganry? Maybe go watch that video and you let me know in the comments section. That video's on YouTube. It's the most recent live stream on there, actually. Alright, let's get into this. Turn on closed captioning. There's no side chat, so we don't have to worry about that. And let's just get into this, I guess.
The middle of the week again. In today's video, I will be responding to Becky, who has 2 channels on YouTube named Nonsense on the Web and All of the Nonsense. You're welcome, Becky, for the free advertising. So let's just get into this. My usual disclaimer. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. As I said, Becky's...
That's not a disclaimer. Okay, so there's a bit of a problem with that. That's not really much of a disclaimer. If you state something as a fact, then you have to take responsibility to it. Right? If you put something out there, you have to take responsibility for the ramifications of that. You can't just say, but I told people to do their own research. That does not, that doesn't work like that. I appreciate the attempt to say that you haven't verified anything and whatever you state as fact is actually just your opinion ahead of time, so I guess we can brush off everything that you have to say from this point onwards. But you when you do stuff like this, you undermine your own point. Yeah, we're not talking legally, we're talking ethically.
Seems to have expectations from me. Let's listen to her expectations.
And Renelle, I'll expect you to start doing your own research in the next year or two, so you can stop looking like a fool. That's why I don't review you or watch your videos, because there's nothing that you're going to prove to me. I can do it on my own with my eyes closed.
First of all, Becky, those videos that I did about you wasn't to prove anything to you. It was detailing how racist you seemed, yet I still believe with my whole chest, as you say, that you are racist. And it also detailed how mean and disgusting you were to Miss Letitia Bias. Secondly,
So you think she's racist? Okay, did you link the video? This is the final attempt video by Nonsense. Join the channel. Llama Girl. What's the video? What's the video where you said she was racist? Where you detailed why you thought she was racist? Where's that video? Hold on. Hold on, that seems 5 days ago. Me a fool question mark. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Hold on. This was December 6th. This one? Was it this one? Nonsense is making dangerous games on the internet? Hold on, let's check to see if it's this one. Hold on.
Addressing you specifically here. You're really nice.
Hold up. Individual blah 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 blah, don't care. Transcripts. We're gonna check for racist. Yeah, here we go. Alright. So I'm just gonna jump to this to see what she claims. Because I want to know what the claim is. Oh, it's right near the end of the video. Oh, okay, who? Steve, Aaron, Veda, Nonsense, and Katie Joy. Okay.
let me guess. You're gonna say, not worth your time. I would definitely say, nope, that's not it. You're just a coward. When shit hits the fan, you scurry all the way to the back of the crowd. You made Miss Letitia's life hell, and still to this day, I bet you have not even apologized to her or even reached out to give your condolences. But I will continue to state that I feel you are racist as fuck, and that's who the fuck I am. Let me end with this, Becky. Nonsense on the web.
That's the first use and only use of the word racist. This doesn't demonstrate anything. That's just you feel that way.
All of the nonsense, it's just that nonsense. Because she is one of the most vile people I have come across. What she did, what she participated in regard to hurting Miss Letitia and her family, was absolutely vile. And that is why I will never respect her. I will give you one thing.
Okay, here you go. I mean, all of it. Just
So this is nonsense Becky looking at Renelle's
finally got a
channel
and stopped talking about me. You would think. Oh shit, probably not. Oh, here's the doxing stuff on poor Vada Jade. Poor Vada.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. To those that are in the United States, have a good Thanksgiving. And did anyone...
Okay. Alright. Maybe that wasn't the video. Maybe there's another video. That's not wrong. There's a lot of videos on page, right? Maybe it's short. Maybe it's short. This is live. Don't have to raise this. What about live stream? Live stream. That's nonsense on the web 6 months ago. Okay. Let's check this one. Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, that's okay. Racist. No, that's not this one. No, that was it. Oh no. So, okay. Check the shorts. Aaron and EKC people suck at some unhinged video. You wet nasty people who are unstable and acting weird pieces of everyone garbage. And you fucking Sandy Car. Just go back to your good. Harsh. Oh, that's you like a fool and you post on shit and lies for shit. You admit that this is wrong stream. She's still sitting here laughing in your fucking face, saying it's not. Who looks like you now, Casey? All these are just made a short effort. I thought you did. You just made a short for the same thing. Is there another one? No. All right. Well, let's check racist. Let's check her channel. We're stopping situations. That's a year ago. Too many people living rent free in her head. Yeah, where she says she's racist. Okay. Alright, well, I did my best, guys. I'm sorry. I can't find the video where she explained how nonsense is racist. So I maybe it's on her Twitter. Then okay, listen. If you're gonna make claims that you've debunked or demonstrated something about someone, please do the favor for anybody who wants to go find out. Because I'd love if nonsense is. I haven't looked that deep into nonsense's content the way you have, so I don't know if she's racist or not. I can say from what I've seen, there hasn't been any racist content, but that doesn't mean that there isn't something in the past that I haven't seen. So if you have a video or you have a thing where you've made that demonstration, do me the favor and link it. The video in her description is Nonsense's video. It's not her video. This is the join link. There's no... I got nothing. I got nothing, I'm sorry. I can't. Try searching for the woman's name. God, you guys are so thorough. Okay, alright. Oh, our members. Oh, look at that. Huh. Huh. What's Aaron doing there? Huh. There's awful lot of Steve, Veda, and Aaron showing up all over Renelle's channel. Interesting. That's a nonsense. Alright. 6 months ago? 8 months ago? Do you think it's that long ago? 7 months ago? Oh, look, there's Aaron again. Oh, look, there's Veda again. There's Veda again there, too. These are some hefty accusations.
Hi, beautiful.
Continues to torment, harass the grieving parents. Okay. Backstory, fast forward, Vader. Nonsense on the web. No creators, no nonsense on the way. The truth conclusion. Okay, this is like at least a little bit better laid out. This is from March 15th. She links to Veda covering Marvin, sorry. I'm pronouncing that. Okay, let's check for racism, I guess. Oh, this is like the stuff that they racist. No, racist, nope, nothing. Nothing. It's one of their, like, it's one of the drama community things that they follow. Renelle seems like she doesn't like the way Nonsense covered that case, I guess, for reasons. But I don't care enough to find out, because she's made it very difficult to find, and there doesn't seem to be a video here that is explains this racism accusation. So maybe we can look into more about this later on, but let's just get through this one first.
As you stated, I have a year or two to do my research, so I don't look like a fool. Be more specific.
That's not what she said.
What and or who I need to do this research on, as far as I can tell, and that I am aware of. I have done all the research that was needed for me to see that Katie Joy is a disgusting human being. And as for you, I actually watched...
That's not hard. You can just scroll through Katie's fucking Twitter to find out she's a little bit of an opportunist when it comes to, tragedies.
You, in real time, being a coward, and would be when you were called to the table. And also, I did my research to see that Katie Joy falsely accused Steve McRae of SA. And when it comes to how you dragged, ill-treated, and falsely accused Miss Letitia of being a fraud and a scammer, I also watched that in real time. So realistically for me, it wasn't any more research that I needed to do, because then you proved what a lousy human being you are. So you see, Becky, the only reason you feel the need to call me a fool is to make yourself feel better. Or maybe you just feel like a fool. If you had done your own research...
So here's the thing. She's at the beginning of this, she's telling people to do their own research. And then she's saying, I did the research. and saw you do these things in real time, but then doesn't show those things. Right? So now I've got to go, and I've got to watch all of Nonsense's videos, and I've got to watch all of Renelle's videos, of which she has posted no sources, to go and find out what the fuck she's talking about.
Research and educated yourself about the facts as to why I support and defend Steve and anyone else that Katie Joy brings harm to. You would not be coming at me trying to belittle me or any other creator if you knew the facts. But
what does you having an issue with the way she covered this entire separate issue have to do with Steve? It has to do with Nonsense doesn't like Steve and doesn't want to deal with him because he's a fucking nutter at this point? Like, what? What? This is December 6th. Steve is in litigation right now. Are you defending him for that too? Are you sure? Okay.
also, on the other hand, maybe you don't want to, or maybe even you're not allowed to acknowledge the facts. Only
What?
you couldn't and wouldn't review my videos because you cannot justify the bullshit you were pulling. And sweetheart, my videos could give you quite a bit of insight. And may I add, with receipts about the person that you go so hard for. And that is Katie Joy. But you choose not.
So Renelle is trying to push the idea that Nonsense is working for Katie Joy on behalf of Steve. That's what she just explained. She said, I'm gonna go to the table for Steve against Katie Joy, and the reason you're not reviewing my videos is because you need to defend Katie Joy, and that's why you won't acknowledge the facts about Steve in regards to Katie Joy. Because you're working for Katie. Okay. So does that mean Renelle is working for Steve? In that case? Like, does that follow? Yeah, what's the research she did in order to figure out that someone is working for someone else? We just see a picture of her face. Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem with Renelle's video so far. We're 3 minutes in. There's been I should have put a counter for the number of claims that are being made. But at least, like, I don't know how to hold, like, the lime meme. I don't know how to hold all these claims. And not a single thing has been shown on screen. Right? This is not how you make this kind of video. Okay, sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna keep going.
You don't want to see the truth about the person that you are falling on a sword for. Is that all you got to validate your dislike for others?
This video sounds more like the conclusion to a video essay. That's what this video sounds like. Like, as if everything has already been shown, and then this is the conclusion. But the thing is that there's no link to what she's talking about. And, like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work. If you have prior videos and you had to do 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 videos about somebody to demonstrate these things, this is why, one of the reasons why I say you should be able to demonstrate these kinds of things within one video, right? 1, maybe 2. If there's new things, yeah, sure, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But when it comes to doing a conclusion video like this, and I'm being charitable and calling it that, what you need to do is you would need to go into your description or into the top right corner where you can add the annotations, and say, here's the video and the timestamp where this claim is demonstrated. Here's the video and the timestamp where this claim was demonstrated. Here's the video, blah, 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 blah. Right? I mean, that's what I do in mine. I put in that work. If you want people to believe you, or you want people to do their own research, providing them the sources will actually go a long way in earning that that reputation, like that good faith reputation that yes, you are in fact you're not just trying to stir shit on Steve's behalf against somebody that you believe is working for Katie Joy. You know what I mean? Because that's what this is what this sounds like to me. But like I said, I haven't watched all the videos she's put out about Nonsense. And how many did we see? How many hours are you asking me to invest in to find out what your fucking opinion is about somebody working for Katie Joy that you're only after, admittedly, because they work for Katie Joy, supposedly, because you want to defend Steve. Like, that's not a really good platform to start on, right? That's not a great. Somebody could work for Katie and be a perfectly good and fine human being. It depends on their conduct, right? Not the fallacy of because they work for Katie, therefore they are a bad person. The IT guy for Answers in Genesis might be a totally reasonable, not asshole guy, and their job is to just do IT. You worked for Steve, you know it better than anybody, right? Oh, yeah. Should I offer my administrative services again? Again, I need payment up front. uh,
this and to keep harping on the fact that these people thought you were.
It is not hard to validate your dislike for Steve. It's not hard to validate. It's very easy. This is something that I said while I was working with Steve. This is something that Steve has said. It's not hard to validate your dislike for Steve. He's kind of, I mean, he's gotten worse, but we'll talk about that later.
That you are falling on a sword for. Is that all you got to validate your dislike for others and to keep harping on the fact that these people thought you were Katie Joy? Grow up. Let it go. Act like.
No. You don't get to say that, oh, everybody thought Nonsense was Katie Joy, and then Nonsense got pissed about it and said, correct your shit, and then be like, oh, what, you should just let it go. We only accused you of being this person that we think is fucking disgusting and awful. Why don't you just let it go? And so what we did was we pivoted into saying, you're working for this disgusting human being with no evidence. What? Fucking what? That's not how that works. All you're doing is, like, shifting the goalposts slightly to the right to justify continuing to make accusations because you said you wanted to defend Steve.
Got to validate your dislike for others and to keep harping on the fact that these people thought you were Katie Joy. Grow up. Let it go.
Grow up.
Act like the adult you are. It's not
Let it
healthy holding
go.
grudges.
Let
Not
it
good at all
go.
for one's mental health, and also hatred, as you have demonstrated and shown for Steve McRae, enables you to become unhinged.
So she's unhinged because she doesn't like Steve. Okay. That's a low bar.
Not a good look, sis. Enlighten me as to why you hate another man this much, that you have never even met or even had run-ins with personally.
I don't know, how often do you talk to Katie Joy, Renelle? You seem to hate her a lot. How much have you talked to Nonsense for the number of videos you've made about her? This is a completely nonsense thing to say. If things happen in public, they can be publicly addressed, right? That's how that works. You don't have to have a personal relation. This is the same argument the fucking Vic Mignogna fans made. Do you know the man personally? Why do you hate him so much if you've never even met him? It's like, it's not about hate. It's about discussing poor behavior and problematic behavior. It doesn't matter if I've met Steve or not. Well, actually, hold on, wait a minute. I've met Steve and have had plenty of personal interactions with Steve. What do you have to say to me? What? Message from Manya in the chat said, they were mad when Steve was accused of working with Nat on the basis that everyone was talking about it, and they cried for weeks about it, but Nonsense cannot be angry about being falsely accused. Well, the thing is like, even if she's irritated about that, and let's say that's resolved, like, right? Let's say nobody says that she's Katie Joy anymore. Sure, and they're like, let's even say they came out and said, you know what, we were wrong, sorry about that, we really thought that you were this, that was our bad, we jumped the gun on that. And then shifted the goalpost to say, but she's working for Katie, though. That's not exactly much of like a resolution, or them, like, not accusing her of shit anymore without actually having evidence of that. You know what I mean? That's more of like, I'm sorry, but fuck you anyway. Right? No? Okay, well, you know. Do you care about why do you care about people, quote, you didn't have runnings with? Just because I didn't meet someone before doesn't mean I can't say that they're an asshole. I didn't meet Voldemort. He isn't even real and he's an asshole. Replace one accusation with another to justify their vitriol? Yes. Yeah, that's basically it's just shifting the goalpost.
I'm very curious as to why you would let another man bring you to that point, and even let another man take up so much space in your head. Genuinely curious. Moving on.
How many videos has Nonsense made about Steve? Hold on. She's live right now, but I subscribed to her because I wanted to see what her content was actually like, and it's really not about that. It's really not. Alright. 1, 2, this is 11 days ago, 3 weeks ago, 7 months ago, 3. So maybe 3? Maybe? So she's got another channel, right? What did she say the other channel was? I don't remember what she said the other channel was. Shit. What's the other channel? Is it this one? Is this a different channel? Yeah, here we go. All the nonsense. Okay. This one looks like it's more of like her chatty one. Okay, 1. 1? Nonsense, why are you thinking about Steve so much? How many videos did we see Renelle made about nonsense? Renelle, why does nonsense live in your brain so much? How can you hate somebody so much that, like, you haven't, have you talked to her? Have you ever, like, you know, are you buddies? Were you friends in the past? Oh, God. Sorry, let's keep going.
You decided to go after Tabitha Jane.
By the way, one other thing I want to mention. Before you ever stick me in any type of conspiracy with Tabitha Jane, please understand that Tabitha Jane thinks I was a mod for Michelle and thinks I was Sparrow. So until that bitch can get her facts straight and understand that she was so fucking wrong 6 months ago, and if you don't believe me, go look at Burnt Toast video from 6 months ago.
You can't be this petty. Holding on to something that you say is false and that you are not. Yet 6 months or 8 months later, you still bringing it up and calling another woman that bitch. Once.
Alright, listen that bitch. Are you really gonna say, like, complain that she's talking about something that happened 6 months ago while defending Steve about something that happened, what, 4 years ago now? 4? Plus? It might be more than that at this point. I don't fucking know at this point. You are defending a man for something that happened 4 years ago that was recanted and has not been, like, re-put out there, had a legal resolution to it, and you're bringing it up now as a reason or as an excuse to go after nonsense because you think you're justified because you're stating that she's working for Katie because you hate Katie that much. Are you serious? You cannot say this and defend Steve at the same time. Not without calling Steve out for the same shit, my gal. Are you kidding? The time of the event and allegation is almost 5 years ago. Yeah, the resolution was about 4 years ago. And then Steve just didn't do his lawsuit or his GoFundMe that's still up, Renelle. You may want to go get your boy before you embarrass yourself. Oh no.
Once again, how old are you? So big.
Yeah, good question. How old are you?
That Tabitha said about you, which you stating is totally false. It seems as though this has been sitting with you for 6 to 8 months, as you've claimed, and since
No, she said that if you want to say that I'm in a conspiracy with this person, you should be aware that I can't be working with this person because of this context. She thinks I'm something else that is problematic. And so because she thinks that, I can't possibly be in a conspiracy with her. And there was a video about it 6 months ago that explained the situation. She gave you a source to go and check the facts that she's saying, and you're using that as an excuse to bullshit. What? Oh, brother.
It's bothering you so much. Why don't you just
Right,
put it
Sar?
out there that it wasn't you?
She
Or
already
if you don't
did
even
6
deal
months
with
ago.
it, don't mention it. Just keep it moving and forget about it. Especially if you said it's not you. And once again, it is not.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works when people are making public accusations about you, and people like Renelle are making videos, making accusations, then you have to keep addressing it when it's appropriate to address. It doesn't mean you need to talk about it 24/7, but if it's an issue that is coming up that needs to be pointed out or explained because the last video about it was 6 months ago, instead of bringing it up and rehashing it all every single time, she's pointing back to a video, which is the exact thing that I just talked about. I was like, listen, make a video, and then when it comes up, you can point to that video. So that way you don't have to keep talking about it, like what Renelle is doing by making so many videos about nonsense. And then not sourcing them anymore. At all. Don't mention it while we keep publicly using it, right? Steve Sursa 2067. Hey y'all, this week I gotta renew my renewal of my renewal to repay myself for the Katie lawsuit. Yeah. This is back to this. Rules for thee, but not for me? Is that what you were saying down here in your description?
To hold grudges. And this is
No, yeah, don't talk to Steve about holding grudges.
Grudge for Tabitha, because if no one knows who Tabitha is,
Steve fucking screwed me over and currently holds a grudge against me because I didn't let him just take advantage of my abilities because he thought he was owed them. Like, are you serious? Are you, because I told him no and went on my merry way. That motherfucker went into, like, tons of people's DMs, still fucking talking shit about it. Like, I wronged him by just choosing not to work with him anymore. Accused Manya of fraud because she dared to say she didn't want to hang out with him anymore. Oh my god. How old are people? Are you kidding me? This is the... We must... What was it she was saying earlier about falling on your sword on behalf of somebody? Renelle's gonna jump on an axe with both feet on behalf of Steve. Because she thinks that nonsense is working for Katie. Because the only reason to dislike Steve is because of Katie. Something Katie did 4 years ago. 5 years ago. Okay, sure.
She goes to all of Katie Joy's hearings with 7M in Minnesota. Becky, are you using that as an excuse to go after Tabitha on behalf of your boss, aka Katie Joy? Because guaranteed, Katie Joy is not happy knowing that Tabitha is there at each and every hearing, and there's no way for her to spin what happens in court. So
that's not true
for her.
You can spin anything.
The way Becky portrays herself behind that screen, I would think that she doesn't give a fuck who says what or what they think about her, and just keep it moving forward. Clearly not. She holds on to petty shit to go after people who try to hold her bots accountable.
You mean like Steve? Okay.
He also had to take that jab at EKC people suck.
And they use people like this to do their dirty work.
And that's not a
wash their
jab.
hands of it.
That's
They
a
keep
straight
their
up
hands
call
clean that
out.
way. That's what a true cult leader does. They're good at the manipulation tactics, and they always have a bottom bitch willing to do their running at their girls, and that's EKC. Ain't nothing but a bottom bitch. And you little mouthy fucking stand behind the bar. Just go back to what you're good at doing, mixing drinks.
I want to see proof that Aaron is actually good at mixing drinks. I'm gonna disagree with nonsense here, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna call nonsense out on this one. Nonsense, you listening to me? I'm watching you. I think you made that claim without having any evidence or proof that Aaron actually knows how to mix drinks or mix drinks properly or good drinks, because I would suspect that you've never had one of her drinks. And so I don't think that you have a reference point to actually make that claim.
Because you look like an utter fool right now, too, co-signing this shit and coming up with lies for this shit. You admitted that this was her on your stream, and she's still sitting here laughing in your fucking face, saying it's not. Who looks like the idiot now, EKC?
Clearly, she's not a fan of EKC and was
I can't imagine why.
Shade by telling EKC to go back behind the bar to mixing drinks. You're the one looking like a fool now, Becky, and I'm sure
Where?
EKC will be very appreciative of you recognizing that she's good at mixing drinks. Why does this woman become so unhinged when talking about people that report on Katie Joy? Especially.
Why? Okay. Because she's not having issue with their reporting on Katie. Nonsense is taking issue with you making claims about her that you can't demonstrate. That it has nothing to do with whether or not people call out. I see what you're trying to do, right? Renelle's trying to build this narrative to say, like, look, nonsense talks shit about EKC and Steve and won't address the things that I have to say, and all these people are, lumped together because they work together, right? Like Aaron and Steve and Renelle here all work together, right? So we've got an acknowledgement that they're all working together. And because they all talk about Katie Joy, nonsense is coming after them. Even though nonsense is not taking issue with that from what you've said, nor what you've shown. What you've shown is that nonsense is coming after you guys because you talk shit on her. It's really not that hard. Want to see a tequila sunrise? We all need to make sure nobody has organization bins, otherwise they're on the side of Katie Thulu. Manya said the language Renelle is using has been used in the past to dismiss women's opinions and passions about certain things they care about, unhinged, petty, etc. Yeah, oh yeah, how dare a woman get mad about fucking bullshit accusations, right? Like, how dare? How dare? She's so emotional. She must be unhinged because Steve made her mad in a stream once. Or talking about Steve made her mad in a stream once. Wow. Okay.
EKC, Steve, and Veda.
Oh, Veda! Oh, okay, now we've lumped Veda into this now. Okay, so it's Steve, EKC, Veda, and Renelle is admitting that she's working on behalf of them because of Katie Joy. Okay.
Not normal behavior. Wait for the clip I'm going to show you when she addresses Steve. Now, back to EKC. She said that EKC is bottom of the barrel. Honey.
No.
You definitely have not.
She said she was bottom bitch. Bottom of the barrel is different. I'm going to make an assumption that maybe this is a language barrier thing. Bottom bitch means that you're the top bitch. It means that you're the one in charge of all the other bitches. Nonsense actually explained it when she said it. Being bottom of the barrel is something different. Bottom of the barrel means like you're the gunk at the bottom compared to like what the barrel's actually supposed to be filled with.
And you are definitely not paying attention to what your boss is doing. That is what I would say as bottom of the barrel. Now let's go to how she addresses Steve McRae.
They fucked with the wrong one this time. I don't play their games. And Steve, I hope you're watching because motherfucker, I'm coming for you. You're the head of the snake that needs shit talk.
Does anybody know what she's saying?
Shit talk.
Steve, I hope you're watching because motherfucker, I'm coming for you. You're the head of the snake that needs shit talk. cult leader. You weaponize people who are unstable, in my opinion, to do your dirty deeds, you piece of ever-loving garbage.
Does it truly make you feel comfortable within yourself to constantly be saying how Steve is a cult leader and he got all these women doing his dirty work? Guess what?
I would recommend going and watching our video from the other day talking about cults. And you tell me, you leave me a comment. I would love to see your guys' assessment. You go and watch and see what's going on and what's happening and yada yada yada. Go watch this video. I'm gonna link it in the chat. Go watch this video and you tell me if it applies. You tell me, do you think that these people flipping the fuck out over anybody saying anything different or questioning what anybody has to say, regardless of how aggressive or non-aggressive they are asking said question, you tell me, you watch that video and you tell me if you think what's going on with the Katie Joy hater group falls under ticks enough boxes. You let me know. You give me your assessment. I haven't decided yet.
What, Becky? If you do your due diligence, you will find receipts on these YouTube streets of Katie Joy using unstable people to do her dirty work. And so, are you saying that EKC is unstable too? Because you already said.
I mean, EKC is in a pretty unstable position right now. She's been pretty shook since I made that SWAT video. So, it depends on how you're using the word unstable. But also, just because Katie did something does not preclude Steve from doing the same thing. Right? That's not an argument, that's a fallacy. Those two things aren't the same. You can't say, that's whataboutism. For anybody who follows fallacies.
Vader was unstable. Once again, how does
Vada's unstable! Vada is an unstable person. You can watch her videos, and she is not a stable person. She's admittedly not a stable person. She's described how she, goes off on shit, and has to be reeled in. That is unstable. What? Do you watch Vada's content?
Make you become so unhinged like this? Again, he is unstable too, because you already said Vader was unstable. Once again, how does Steve make you become so unhinged like this? It's not normal. But let's take a look one more time. And
she got angry once in a video, and therefore where Steve was accusing her of shit and doing shit, and so she's just, this is an entire video attempting to gaslight nonsense to say that her feelings about Steve are unreasonable and are unstable and are unhinged, but doesn't justify any of it.
Out what she was saying.
And Steve, I hope you're watching, because motherfucker, I'm coming for you. You're the head of the snake that needs shit talk.
If anybody knows what she was saying, please let me know down in the comments. And Becky, feel free to enlighten me what you were saying. I had to take a break and let go of my giggles. My dad even came to ask me to share the joke, and what has me so tickled, I just told him YouTube stuff. Now moving on to Vader. They go back and forth calling each other names, whatever. But through watching that live, she did something.
Vader does more than just calling people names, but sure.
So fucked up that it needs to be addressed, and she needs to be reminded what a decent human being
who Vader did.
Becky was reacting to a stream Vader had done, and each time Vader mentioned her nephew, Becky would pause and bring attention to Vader saying her nephew, and then some comment that was left on Vader's page she decided to discuss, and proved to her audience that that comment or that person from that comment is a real person, and that comment is valid, and that is connected in some kind of way to a certain story Vader was telling. Long story short, to me, Becky's intention by reacting to...
Why are you not showing us that? Why are you not showing us that clip? If you're gonna say that this is what she said, this is what she tried to put together, here was what she was getting at.
Vader's stream, and validating that comment was to prove that Vader has a child. That is fucked up, because Becky knows full well on the shit her followers do on her behalf. And she can lie and say she doesn't know all day long, but
Okay, so demonstrate that something has happened to you or others that that you can trace back to Veda, or that you trace back to Nonsense's stuff. Because I mean, I can demonstrate that people are doing stuff on behalf of Steve because of what he puts out there, or what Veda puts out there, or what Aaron puts out there. Want to know how? This video. You said that you were putting this out on behalf of Steve, and then also began defending Veda and Aaron. So you're doing, you're a viewer putting shit out. That's you. But if you think that's not good enough, if you want something else, that Black Wolf guy on Twitter is a pretty good example. Or you could say that Aaron puts out content on behalf of defending Steve, right? And you can say that Steve puts out content on behalf of defending Aaron, and Veda puts out content on behalf of defending Steve and Aaron puts out content defending Veda, and Nikki puts out content trying to defend all of them. So, I mean, we're gonna... you want proof of that, that's fine. We're getting it. That's what we're doing today. Keep watching. We'll get to all of them. Except Black Wolf. We don't care about him. He's just... I refuse.
come on. Back to Vader. If Vader did have a child, and she's defending and protecting that child from these idiots, I respect her with every fiber of my being.
Protect them from doing what?
For going through such extremes to protect her child from people like Becky on the internet. Then you get Becky saying that she doesn't care if she has a...
Is Renelle saying that Veda doing illegal shit is justified because she might be defending a child from a boogeyman that may or may not exist? What did Nonsense and her followers do to or about Veda's may or may not exist child? What are you talking about? These are the points where you need to be putting in screenshots. You need to be demonstrating shit. This is why I said this video reads like it's a conclusion, rather than an actual demonstration of what's out there. Because it's just her talking.
The child. Boo, you were trying your darndest in that life to sow seeds in people's heads. A decent, stable person would have acknowledged it and squashed anything in reference to if she has or doesn't have a child. Just stop. Becky, you yourself have...
Renelle is trying to insinuate that Nonsense is doing something illegal. Same, KJ accused Steve of harming her child in the TRO. Yep, that's, yeah. There's obvious cuts in her monologue. Oh, yeah, this is a video that she put together, so yeah, there's gonna be cuts.
Wolf, how this group, and in future, and moving forward, be specific with that too, because when you accuse this group, which you have included me in this group, which I don't have a problem with, but when...
Yeah, because of course you don't have a problem with it. You already said in this video, if you said that you're not part of this group after saying that you were doing this on behalf of this group, that would have been pretty embarrassing, so I'm glad you at least acknowledge that you don't have a problem being lumped in with these people.
When you accuse this group as a collective of doing criminal things to your family, I personally do not appreciate that, because...
But you're sitting here saying that Veda's justified for doing illegal shit, like, you know, hacking. What?
I don't do shit like that. And
but you defend it.
Hard for you. Be more responsible with your platform. You did that live called, "This is my final attempt to reason with the unreasonable." Vader Jade, this is for you. Where in one breath you're saying you don't want her to go through what you went through.
Sure.
Yet in the next breath, she's not going to like when they touch her. Hello? I will actually leave a link to that full video in my description box. Please feel free and go and watch that video in its entirety. And you be the judge.
That is not an excuse to not actually put the clips that you're talking about in this video, to just be like, yeah, but just watch the whole thing. How long was this video? That's not even this video. Oh no, it is. Okay. How long is this? Hold on. Over an hour. Okay.
Hi, beautiful people on these YouTube streets of Katie Joy the joke, and what has me so tickled. You're saying you don't want her to go through what you went through. Yet in the next breath, she's not going to like when they touch her. Hello? I will actually leave a link to that full video in my description box. Please feel free and go and watch that video in its entirety. And you be the judge and let me know if that video comes across as threatening. Heck, who knows? You may even like her and stay. But
there's a difference between whether or not something comes across as threatening versus if something is a threat versus if she is actually going out of her way to instigate people to do anything. There's a difference between what you shifted, what you were saying through this entire portion to go from here to here. What do you want? And you could have at least given the timestamp of what you're talking about.
Back to how she was fueling people, in my opinion, to dig deeper and find out if Vader has a child. You're not a good person, Becky. Far from it.
If she made a video that comes to the conclusion that Veda's nephew is actually Veda's child, that is not fueling people to look into something that's already coming to a conclusion with a demonstration. Fueling to look into it would be like, well, I don't know, maybe, maybe not. And why shouldn't they, by the way? Why shouldn't they try to figure that out? If Veda's using her child online, why would it be wrong to want to verify Veda's claims about that? What's the problem with that? There's an issue if you go after said child, or, like, make random bullshit claims about said child, or like, but the problem is Veda brought the kid in. Veda's the one making the claims about the kid. $5 says she doesn't know what slander is, just a feeling. Sure, you know.
When that screenshot from Vader's comments was sent to you, you could have done your own research privately, just for your own conscience. But found out what you needed and not shared it, especially if Vader does have a child that she is trying to protect.
So you're irritated about screenshots not being, or you didn't say it wasn't verified. You said that she needed to get more information about if Veda was trying to protect a child. If Veda's trying to protect a child, Veda shouldn't be bringing up the child. That's Veda's problem. That's a Veda issue. You don't get to just hide behind a child. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. But even, what were you asking her to verify? And how do you know she didn't? And on top of that, even if that were the case, I really don't think somebody defending Steve should be pointing out that you should get screenshots verified before you make accusations. Why is it that they bring their kids onto a platform and then bitch that others should not discuss their claims about their claims? Their claims about their kids, right? I don't fucking know. I use child's bucklers all the time. What are you talking about? You strap babies to your to your arms.
Dogs off. Leave kids out. And don't put them in harm's way to prove something that could end up having a child be in harm's way.
Okay, how is nonsense putting a child in harm's way? In what way? What has she said? What does she do?
As a mother yourself, you should know better. And once again, stop lumping everyone together
No!
especially
This is not lumping people together. You're here defending Veda. Renelle, you're here defending Aaron. Renelle, you're here defending Steve. Renelle, you're defending their behavior. So yes, you get lumped in with that group, which you just said you didn't have a problem with because you're part of that group. Sorry, if you don't want to be part of that group, stop being part of that group.
when you claiming you being slandered.
You
This is the
slandered her
internet.
in this
Grow
video.
a thick skin. Can't handle
Grow
the
a
heat,
thick
get out of
skin.
the fucking kitchen. And let's set the record straight here, okay? You're
Yeah,
the
huh?
one that said that Vader is lying about her brother's demise. Because she keeps changing her story. And that you have the receipts, but you won't show the receipts. Where's the receipts, Becky? Because I will link the video to where Vader produced her receipts. And honestly, her story didn't change. That's from the research that I've done. So can I do my due diligence and do my research when it comes to you and produce your receipts?
There's no link to either these claims nor to Veda's video.
Since I'm the one that has 1 or 2 years to do my research, so I don't look like the fool, I'll leave this question to the audience. Who looks like the fool? With all that
Who looks like
said,
the... Alright, audience, Daddy Generic Minority, could you please put a poll up? Thank you for 5 minutes, 5-minute poll. Who looks like the fool? We've got Nonsense and we've got Renelle as our options, please. Thank you. Also, very nice called shot that Renelle did not know what slander was. Well done. If I could give you points, I would give you points. Renelle is claiming that she did research, yes, but where's the research? I don't fucking know. It's not in this video. Maybe it's in another video.
to the audience, who looks like the fool? With all that said, and with ending this, Becky, take your expectations with you right back to the bushes where you choose to hide when you are called to the table. Stop your devious ways to end Vader. Leave kids out of this. Leave Vader's nephew alone.
Think of the
Stop
children!
trying to dig into people's personal lives. Just to once again validate yourself. I will.
Do we really need to talk about how pissy everybody was about fucking KJ getting a goddamn cereal dispenser?
Say this again. Be the adult you are. And handle
Yeah, Renelle's
things
being
the way
very
adults
dramatic.
would, and stop allowing people to take up.
She thinks that... it comes across to me that Renelle thinks that speaking in an even tone makes it sound like she's not unhinged, or makes it sound like she's not being dramatic. But if you actually hear the words she's saying in order, she's being very dramatic. She's making a ton of claims. Like, your tone doesn't, fix all that. That's not how that works. Stop being devious to end Vader. Yeah, Rebellion, cut it out. Well, right, yeah, let's not forget that Steve bringing Charla's kids into this, that she was estranged from to justify some shit. Yeah, okay. Listen, Renelle, maybe take a step back. Maybe take out your hate boner for Katie off the table for a little bit. Like you don't have to leave it out all the time. You can put it away for a second and then look at like the cards that are actually on the table right now, and maybe take some of what you're saying here and apply it to everyone at the table, rather than only people that you think are working for Katie Joy because of your Katie Joy hate boner and for whatever reason having Steve's dick in your ass. I don't know why you would want that, but hey, who am I to judge? As long as you don't curse and talk calmly on the internet, you're always right. Oh no, I'm ruined between my hair and my cursing, and I just said she had Steve's dick in her ass. Oh no. Oh fuck. My point must not exist anymore. Shit.
For you. You would not need to defend your subs if they have done no wrong. And I suggest you stop being in denial about your boss, aka Katie Joy. and
How do
face
you
the
know?
facts.
You keep making this claim that Nonsense is working for Katie and that she's an employee at this point. Where is your fucking reasons behind this? Where is your research behind this? Where is your validation? How do you justify this claim?
As to the horrible human being she is. And finally, for 5 years, as you say, people have been going after Katie. You have a damn cheek.
Oh, it's
to
longer
sing
than
for
that,
her
but sure.
And tell people you don't have to hate Katie to see what people have done to her. No one has done anything to her.
That's not true. That is factually not the case. There have absolutely been people that have gone after Katie in ways that I would not agree with. Right, like the cereal dispensers, for example. Like the fact that she said that she craved Captain Crunch when she was pregnant with Vaughn, coming to the conclusion and started accusing her of causing her child's disability because she ate Captain Crunch while she was pregnant. That's fucked up. That's a fucked up thing to say to a parent who has a disabled child. Whether you like Katie Joy or not, that's some fucking bullshit. Like, you don't that's not acceptable. But I don't see you calling that out. Why not make videos about that? Why not go through that shit? We want whataboutism. Huh? No? Alright. I don't hate Katie Joy. I've never hated Katie Joy. I thought she was funny, goofy, and did some awful shit that was, like, reasonable or valuable to point out. But I stopped covering it when I made my point. I was like, yeah, I don't need to keep making video after video after video after video about her because that's not effective, that's not valuable. The point stands. But no, people like Renelle need Katie Joy. People like Steve and Aaron. Aaron's channel relies entirely on Katie Joy. So, like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? People have definitely gone after Katie Joy in unreasonable ways, whether it's because they hate her or whether it's because they want attention or whatever fucking shit they want to do. It doesn't make suddenly Katie Joy a good person to acknowledge that, and it doesn't mean that I'm suddenly working for Katie because I acknowledge that there has been unacceptable behaviors in Katie Joy's direction. And yeah, they help Katie Joy by there's something called like monetizing your haters, and Katie Joy has been very successful about in that regard. I'll give her that much. She's done a very good job at that.
Here's the instigator. There is a reason why people have been calling Katie Joy out.
No.
And some people, like Steve, that takes up so much space in your head. Well, Molly is gone, so you had to have a replacement. Is valid for hating
what?
if he does.
The fuck was that?
You gave me 1 to 2 years to do my research. I suggest you take
Thank
your
you for the stretch
back. And you take those full 2 years because you're going to need those full 2 years to research everything that Katie Joy, your boss, has done to other people. That's all.
It shouldn't.
Guys, thank you so much for.
If the people that were covering Katie Joy, like Renelle and Aaron and Steve and Nick, Farron, and Veda, were successful and effective at covering Katie Joy and what she does, it wouldn't take 2 years to research, right? You would have like a video every 6 months or so that detailed what Katie, like the major events or the major problematic shit that had gone on during those 6 months with references, screenshots, and you would have something organized. So it wouldn't take 2 years, and the videos probably wouldn't need to be longer than like an hour a piece. And if you've been covering her for 5 hours, it would be like a day or so worth of video time, so it would take you maybe a week. If you were effective. But you guys aren't effective because you don't want to be effective because you monetize the hatred of Katie Joy. Simple as that. You cannot tell me that you're not monetizing Katie Joy. You take one look through your channel, which I already showed, it's all fucking Katie Joy shit. And the only reason you're talking about nonsense is because you think she's working for Katie Joy, which then includes the nonsense videos are still about Katie Joy.
Joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. please be
Yeah.
safe out there.
Oh, she
I need some water.
appreciates us for watching the video. Thanks, Renelle. There's Renelle's video for reference if you're looking for it. I'm gonna give us a quick break, and we'll get to the end of the poll. Should we look at the comments? Are there comments? Where are the comments? We got comments? We got comments. What do we got? Love your sass. Great video, Renelle. Your voice is always the calm and reason amid the chaos. Yeah, see what I tell you? She's utilizing tone to manipulate what she's actually saying, so that way what she's saying doesn't sound as, like, inane or nutters as it actually is when you actually look and devise what she's actually saying. You are so right. Leave kids out of this nonsense. Really looks like a fool because she isn't doing her research. It wasn't demonstrated. I've not followed Becky or her shenanigans, but what I've seen and heard does give me reason to believe that she's working for/with Katie Joy. Okay, what did you see? And what did you hear? From what source? Because it wasn't from nonsense if you're not watching nonsense stuff, so you're relying on other people's claims about her to come to your conclusion. This girl and Katie Joy were probably separated at birth. They are exactly the same way. Thank you, Renelle, for keeping it classy. As always, you are at a absolute blah, 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 blah. She doesn't watch your videos, Renelle, question marks. Of course she does. Or course she does. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. She might have watched a couple, but meh. Hello, Renelle. Not a fan of this foolish clown, so I'll just leave this right here. She is a fool without a doubt. Have a great day. Okay. I watched videos for a brief time about 2 years ago. She did the same thing. She just researches people she doesn't like, Katie Joy, and claim her. She hates Katie Joy, but most of the time she is right on point, but I'm here for entertainment, not just always slamming Katie. Are you talking about nonsense or Renelle? She's a nobody. Oh, rude. This lady is truly nasty. I don't think she could be nice if she tried. I mean, I've interacted with nonsense and she's been nice to me, so... Looks like the account with 4 digits at the end. They are fake accounts. The Steve stands have the same thing. Oh yeah, you mean 4088, or sorry, 5088, 6182, 7487, 4, oh my god, wow. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, 6, same ones. 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe? 9, 10. Oh, hey, look, there's Erin. Oh my god, love this video. She can't stop wanting to be in our lives. Maybe she would stop talking about you if you stopped making accusations. I mean, if she wants to be our friend, she should learn how to be a friend because she sucks at it. Though I'm happy that you found comfort in her asking you how you are, I have watched several get dropped and dragged by her simply for not agreeing or questioning her when she contradicts herself. Really, Erin? Really? Huh, who could have seen that coming? Real friends don't hold friends to purity tests. Nor do they think they're above fault. I hope you never learn these things firsthand from your friend. I assure you that just like I have no idea what you speak about privately with your friends, you have no idea about her private conversations, purity tests. Fans and viewers are not friends. Those are not the same thing. This is the same problem with Vic Mignogna. Erin, your chat is not your friend. You might have some friends in chat, but just because somebody watches you, comments you, and supports your videos does not make them your friend. There are lines of demarcation there, or there are degrees of separation. That's not how that works. What number was I at? 10, 11, 12, I think? 12? 13. The Mandy account has some too. This is Megan. There's Megan popping in. She is something else. She says the most ridiculous things. You were amazing. Hey, there's Nikki. There's Farron. Oh my god, we're watching the same shit. We both laugh so hard. There's is Steven here? Steven here too? Fucking Erin coming in to argue with people in Renelle's chat about her opinions about nonsense is kind of hilarious to me. It's not gonna lie. Nikki there too. Oh, there's Misty Mo. Seen them around. Interesting. Maybe, if you don't want to be lumped together with this group, you should stop being part of the group. There is no collusion. There is no collusion.